shit stain.
Why don't you date cishet men?
Because I'm not attracted to people who are born with male privilege.
That, no. I would argue that men won't date you because you look like a little boy in a dress. I don't think it's actually the other way around. I don't think you have an option to have sex with men.
That is an interesting one. You're not attracted to people who are born... I thought you were going to say penis, but you're not attracted to men who are born with male privilege.
Correct.
Okay.
When you say... I have a couple questions here. When you say they were born with male privilege, wouldn't this include transgender women?
Typically, yes. I've never met a transgender woman that I was personally attracted to. Could it happen? I'm sure. But, it just has not happened for me.
But you said you would date somebody who's trans.
Yeah. I mean, it would have to be the miracle unicorn of all trans women.
But you would have to preclude them because they were born with male privilege.
Typically I'm not attracted to trans women due to the being born with male privilege thing.
They were born with male privilege. You're missing the entire fucking argument. You even laid out the framework for the argument. You're missing your own argument. That's fucking stupid.
It's a mindset.
Despite their current lack of male privilege being a transgender woman.
I respect them, and I'm friends with transgender women. I just don't think that it's for me in a relationship.
Curious, why... What is it about male privilege that wants, in terms of physical or sexual or romantic attraction, that would preclude you from dating somebody who was born with male privilege?
I personally think they wouldn't date a trans woman because even as a trans woman would still look more like a woman than that. Case closed.
People who
you
are
want to be
born
outclassed, right?
without male privilege actually understand what it's like to live life as a woman, whether they are a woman or not. So,
see, that makes sense, Brian. For instance, I'm not attracted to people who have parking lot privileges.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
not a handicap placard, so I guess we wouldn't get along.
I guess not. I don't like people who have parking lot privileges. I think that that's gross, and I'm just not attracted to it.
Fair.
That's all for you, man.
That's interesting. So, can you elaborate a bit more, I guess?
I'm not being attracted to male privilege?
Yeah. You were in the middle of explaining it, so I was more curious.
It just comes down to like how I explain my sexuality. That's like the easiest, wittiest nod that I give to like why or what my label is, I guess.
Is there any intersection when it comes to like do you give I suppose, like, let's say there's an intersection of like they're black male, so they were born with male privilege, but there's an intersection whereby they do.
You're saying because they have another minority basis, so therefore, am I attracted to
like,
that?
There's a vertical of like societal disadvantage.
Come on.
So, like in my personal history, I have primarily been around Hispanic, Asian of sorts, and white people.
Mm-hmm.
I can't answer on
You've
would
never
I
met
be
a black
attracted.
person?
I didn't say I've never met them. I just said that's
okay.
primarily what I was like surrounded by when I was like actively dating or looking.
Black guys wouldn't date you. Just don't even bother. They wouldn't date you.
Okay.
I don't think that it's going to change anything for me personally, but I also don't think that like the world needs me in the fish sea. You know what I'm saying? Like there's plenty of fish in the sea. People say that all the time.
Sure.
I don't need to be an option.
Now, is the ultimate thing here the privilege component, though? Like somebody who's born with like...
It just comes down to like how people behave whenever they were born into male privilege. When you're raised a certain way,
Would you
it
date a white
creates
woman?
like... Sure. What does that have to do with male privilege?
Have you dated white women before?
No.
You've never dated a white woman?
No.
Asian woman?
No. Why is that relevant?
Well, my follow-up question will make it abundantly clear why it's relevant.
Come on.
But, so you have dated women.
Yes.
Okay. Asian woman? Should I?
Because I said that that's what I was surrounded
I'm
by.
just asking you a question. It's not a big deal. A black woman or Latina woman, or what are we talking here?
Primarily Latina, just because that's like what was in my area.
So
And I just moved, so I've been
just to be clear, I'd like to just make an establishment on the hierarchy of like where you like see privilege. So your position is that Latina women have less privilege than black men.
No, I never said that.
I mean, you said you disqualify people on the basis of their privilege, but if you would not date a black man, I'm assuming your position would be that black men have more privilege than Latino women.
No, I think that's just you twisting it because you.
I'm not twisting anything. You said I don't date people
with male privilege when they are born.
Right, but
What
then
does that have to do with the color of their skin, though?
right, but we were like kind of looking. It wasn't just male privilege. So male privilege is like an across the board exclusionary thing.
That's like the easiest way to categorize who I am not attracted to is people who are born with male privilege. So yeah.
But like,
if they transition, do they adopt male privilege?
No. When you're born into a female body, you have to live without male privilege. When you adopt, like, that's not what I'm referring to of what I'm not attracted to. Like, yeah.
Male privilege. This shit is so weird. It's like, what do we have the privilege to do? Run around and do all the heavy lifting and build everything that y'all, like, seem to, like, ignore. But use all fucking... I mean, I'm still trying to understand what the male privilege is. It's crazy. Because we're called everything under the sun. Is that our privilege? To just be fucking, like, constantly disrespected? I'm
yes,
confused
you
here.
gain male privileges, especially if you decide to transition and you're passing and all of those things. But I do think that you have a innate understanding for what it's like to not have it.
Okay. And is it specifically male privilege or is it the privilege?
No, male privilege.
Only male privilege.
Yeah.
So even if we were to do some comparison between like a given male and a given female, let's say that female has more privilege in like some verticals compared to the male. Like, would you date a woman who's more privileged than a given man?
Sure. I think it's like if you're born into a certain kind of privilege, regardless of what it is, depending on how much that shapes you and like the basis of your understanding of the world, if you behave like an overly privileged individual, I'm probably not going to be attracted.
Yeah, so let's...
No, all right, so now the question is, it's like, okay, so if you're born with male privilege, that's something that's inherent, correct? So if you were raised by, let's just say, two lesbians, right? No father in your life, do you have male privilege then, even though you're completely, like, educated by women? Your entire worldview is built by women? Are you still born with male privilege? Are you able to have that wash away over time? See, the shit needs to be clarified here, because when you add nuance to a non-thing, it spirals into absolute retard.
I would like to explore that. So, like, you're saying essentially, it's specific to the maleness of the privilege. For example, like, you would not consider, like, a Latina woman who's, like, her parents were billionaires and she's totally able-bodied and she has no, like, physical limitations. You would consider her to be less privileged than, like a black minority male born in, like, Compton to, like, impoverished parents.
Yeah, I know, I interrupt a lot, I don't care. I find it really weird, though. So you get, like, this weird wheelchair lesbian thing, basically trying to tell other colors of humans, other races of humans, what their privilege is. I find it incredibly weird. I find it, like, kind of racist. Not that I really give a fuck about all that. I'm just saying, like, for a person to basically kind of imply everything's racist to then be racist is kind of fucking wild. But they don't notice it. They have no accountability. The left has no accountability.
I don't think that is... You can't equate those two. Like, I would have to be in that personal experience.
Which one's more privileged in totality?
I don't think you gave me enough information to decide who's more privileged.
Really?
Specifically because you're giving me, like, these little notes of what they are and who they are, right?
So just to be clear, I'll
this
restate
able-bodied woman versus the black person. Okay,
no, I'll give you the two criteria. I'll give you the two criteria again. Who's more privileged? Latina woman born to billionaire parents who's able-bodied.
Yes, that is the answer. It is the obvious answer.
Versus black man born in impoverished Compton.
I completely get what you are coming at. I understand.
So who has more privilege?
She does.
Okay.
Overall.
So then would you be willing to date the black male who has less privilege than
male? No.
Gotcha, bitch.
Okay, I understand your position. I understand your position. It's just interesting. I haven't heard it before, so.
Because that's still male privilege, right? Even if he he was less privileged than the other guy, he would still have been born into privileged position just based on societal standings.
Yeah.
So if you were in a culture then which was matriarchal, would you only date men exclusively?
What
Damn.
Don't read that.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
You can-
Hold on. Looks like it's going to be an interesting stream. Why so many disabled chicks? Is this? He wasn't going to fucking say it, but I'm going to because that shit's funny.
Answer the question. Go ahead.
Would I only date?
Yeah, if you were born into a matriarchal society where women were the privileged ones, they were the ones who basically, they had a monopoly on force and all these different things. If that were the case, then would you only exclusively date men?
I don't think that I'm the right person to answer that, only because like my reason for not being attracted to male privilege comes down to like
Oh my god.
abuse
What do you mean?
from my past.
How can you not answer a subjective question about you without having to look at the rest of society to make the decision? Are you that audience captured? Fucking dumb. Holy shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I understand that.
So, like, in a hypothetical scenario, let's say your situation is we end up the same exact way we are right now. It's just that male and female are switched. Sure. Like, that feels like a strange hypothetical, but I guess. It has nothing to do with appendages, if that's what you're asking me.
So the idea of what you're attracted to comes down, you think, to trauma, not by any sort of other external factor.
I mean, I have no idea what would have happened if I didn't go through the trauma that I went through because I was so young. So it's hard to say how it is for me personally. I don't think that trauma is the only reason why people are not attracted to males. However, for me, I don't think that I would ever be able to date someone who was born that way because of my trauma.
Are you trying to tell me that people actually at some point tried to have sex with you? Because I honestly call that cap. I don't even think you have a fucking reference point. I don't.
If that makes sense. Like, I don't think that that's true for a lot of people, but for me personally, it's like a big stop up mentally.
Well, that seems different than the privilege thing, but
Yeah, and so then I guess my final wrap up on this, because we got stuck on it right away, right? Even just in the intros.
Yeah.
But just to kind of finish the exploration here, so you wouldn't advocate this as being prescriptive for other women, that hey, you shouldn't date men based along the lines that they're privileged, right?
No, not at all.
Well, that's good.
all right. I'm gonna let
Fair
just
enough.
2 chats come through, and then we'll get back to the relationships coming through. I'll let this one come through, and then we'll continue on.
Metro Mac donated $200. Brian, it is nice to see you supporting Make-A-Wish with tonight's panel. Tier 5, hit by 9. Andrew, can't wait to see the roast of the partner lady.
Yeah,
Shout out Discord fam.
Hey, Make-A-Wish did actually reach out, and I'm glad that we were able to coordinate to get you 2 on. So, yeah, thank you guys.
Really
But
close to my ending.
it wasn't my wish. What's going on? What the hell?
Well, Andrew, you're not.
Where's all this privilege?
Actually, funny story. I don't think I've ever shared this. I had an illness when I was a child, and I got to. It wasn't Make-A-Wish, but I did go. I'm gonna get. This is gonna be like get memed in the chat and for the Crucible.
You'll survive, bro.
I did go to Neverland
Did
Ranch.
it have anything to do?
What?
Whoa! Wait!
Whoa,
What?
what?
I got to go to Neverland Ranch
Bruh.
back in the day. Yeah. I've never shared. I don't think I've shared that. I went to Neverland Ranch.
Brian, did you have burritos for lunch, Brian?
No, but there's like a bunch of free candy and stuff. And,
Oh, no.
Yeah, no. I don't think I was really into Mexican food when I was like 10 or
Was
whatever.
it bedtime when the big hand touched the little hand, Brian?
No. You know what?
Did you have some fucking Jesus juice, Brian?
I did get to meet Michael, and he was super cool. He was honestly, bro. I don't believe that shit, Andrew. I don't believe it.
Woo. Yeah.
I think it's all bullshit, bruv.
Rough.
I'm 70% sure though. I'm leaving a little room for like he did that shit.
Not fair.
But yeah. I did get to meet Michael Jackson. Oh, we can't hear you, Andrew.
I was just saying, nice.
Yeah, man. So I kind of got like half a Make-A-Wish. Yeah. So that was cool.
Damn, bro. Yeah.
No, you might have just kept that one to yourself, maybe.
I think so.
Bro, it's not.
That didn't go how you wanted it to, man.
He did something nice for me, man. Like I got to. There was like the animals, the petting zoo. We got to see.
The
There was a
animals?
theater. It was a bit. There was like a roller coaster, a shitty roller coaster. It's very nice. It's very above the board.
Wait, are you being for real? Like
100%.
Ugh.
what?
Why? What?
Is it an island? No,
Yes, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's
Michael Jackson,
no.
yeah.
It's not fucking Epstein. At least not Epstein's Island. It was a place on land.
Yeah,
Epstein.
It
It
wasn't
wasn't-
Jackson Island. This is off the
Nah.
coast of Mississippi. Jackson Island.
It's actually it's not far. It's like just
Epstein
a.
Island?
It's like an hour. It's an hour north. Okay. Anyways.
I'm single and I've never been in a relationship. I
What?
tried in my mid-20s after my diagnosis. Now I know it's a misdiagnosis, but that kind of like scared guys away. My mental health scared guys away.
What was the diagnosis?
When I was 5150, during that time I had an MRI done and they found that I had an underdeveloped amygdala and they diagnosed me with ASPD, which is technically psychopathy, even though I don't fit the diagnostic criteria for psychopathy. So in my 20s, I was diagnosed when I was 25, I think 2018, and when I was trying to date, I like disclosed to them my mental health and they wouldn't even want to anything to do with me. And I tried Tinder and all that stuff.
How does
I would say though, like, I mean, I don't know who the fuck she is, but as much as that sucks that she's been single her whole fucking life, I understand why they would see that as a red flag and be like, all right, thank you for your time, adios, I'll pay for the bill.
so this diagnosis, the
I have
ASPD.
alexithymia.
What's that?
So I recently got I'm seeing a therapist and a psychiatrist now, and they said that I have a condition called alexithymia, not ASPD, because I don't fit the diagnostic criteria.
And how does this I guess manifest itself in terms of
I have an underdeveloped amygdala. Like, I don't know if I could say this word, but like, I'm 31, I've never had an orgasm, and I can't really like feel positive emotions because of my brain.
But you said like
That's wild.
the psychopathy component, like how would that manifest itself? Like you don't have
No emotion. That's part of it.
Well-
empathy, or what is that? What like
I-
I'm not
Yeah.
saying that's the case, but what does it mean?
I have cognitive empathy. I'm actually overtly empathetic, especially with the work that I do because I do homeless outreach in New York. But like, for example, my coworkers, like at the end of the day, they drink a lot to deal with what they do, and like they are like, why doesn't she want to go into a shelter? And like I'm able to like do more as far as like my job because it doesn't really affect me as much as it affects my coworkers.
Okay. So you said there's ASPD, you said also autism, is that correct?
Yes. So this year I saw a very good psychiatrist, and she diagnosed me with alexithymia. 10% of the population has alexithymia, but it's mostly men. And
Okay.
a lot of women that are diagnosed with ASPD actually have alexithymia, but it presents differently in women than it does in men.
Okay.
And would this be a good classification for alexithymia? It's also referred to as emotional blindness. It's a neuropsychological phenomenon characterized by significant challenges in recognizing, expressing, sourcing, and describing one's emotions.
Yes. I don't know my internal emotional state. Like sometimes like my sister, she'll be like, "You're mad, you're angry, just admit it." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." But then like my hand is in a fist, and I'm just like, I don't feel the anger, but like my body, like my palms are sweaty, my heart is racing out of my
spaghetti.
chest. So like feelings present physically for me, not emotionally. And I got close to dating someone, but he fell in love with me, and he wanted to know if I loved him because he's Christian, and
Oh no.
I'm somewhat Christian, and he wanted to engage in coitus like with someone that loved him. And I told him that I will treat him lovingly and I will respect him and I will do whatever he wants. But like, I don't even love myself. Like, I don't know what love is. And so he decided not to have sex with me.
Are you
That's
are
rough.
you also
That dude.
aware, as I'm kind of digging into this, there's no scientific consensus on the classifications of personality trait because alexithymia is so common in the populace that they don't even know how to classify it or if they can't even be actually classified as a mental illness because there's just many people who have trouble associating emotions when it comes to other people. Are you aware of that at all?
Yeah, it's 10. So there's normative male alexithymia, and then there's just alexithymia. Most men are alexithymic to some degree, but like,
And so are most women to some degree.
yeah. So it just like it makes doing the job that I do easier. Like cause like I get
So it's the equivalent of diagnosing somebody with being able to breathe, right? It's like most people can breathe, right?
yeah.
So is that really a classification for a mental disorder? Doesn't seem like it is necessarily.
I don't like to think of myself as disordered. I don't like to think of myself as disabled by this. So I try to do the best with what I got.
Gotcha. Okay.
I suppose that's fair, you know, but when it comes down to it, you do need to take responsibility for some of that shit when it comes down to being in a relationship, because that's gonna go really bad for you. If you actually stand on these diagnoses, yeah, you need to actually hold yourself responsible when you fucking piss off your partner if you ever have one, because he's gonna be like, dude, your entire brain is gaslighting the entire planet.
I guess a couple questions here when it comes to the diagnoses that you do have. Does this ever manifest itself in like outward violence, physical violence?
When I was a child,
Yeah, I
but
was gonna ask if it was like childhood.
he-
Were there didn't mean to cut you off if you want to continue.
what were you gonna say?
Well, so there was when you were in elementary school, were there physically violent
Um, so
incidences or?
yeah, so when I went to like a specialized school
Mhm.
that you had to take a test to get into. There was I got bullied, and then like I would basically like get my revenge, but like I wouldn't bully them back. But I don't do things like that anymore though because
Okay.
yeah.
And I mean, when it comes because you say like uh, you disclose to potential like men that you would date that you have these disorders or whatever, or sorry, not disorders, that you have ASPD or psychopathy. You.
No, it's alexithymia.
Oh, sorry, my mistake then.
How is it
I was
not a disorder
misdiagnosed
though?
with ASPD.
Like
Wow,
if you were in a relationship, like how would it negatively impact the relationship? If you can be brief.
Well, for him, it didn't negatively impact him at all, but he could tell like after a while that I was masking, like I was kind of like pretending, and then it started to affect him when he realized that I was just being a people pleaser. I wasn't really being genuine, but that wasn't
Sure.
because I didn't want to be genuine. It's because I was trying to be normal.
Yeah. So when it comes to your relationship history, you've never had a boyfriend. Um, so you consider yourself what?
I used to consider myself a femcel, but I'm no longer a femcel because I'm around like a lot of guys, and some of them are interested in me. It's just I
Sorry guys, my tablet decided to go do some random bullshit. Anyway, sorry.
don't want to be with someone that's more attractive than me.
Wait. So hold on. So you're no longer a femcel?
I can't identify as a femcel because I
Wait,
have.
but just like a week ago, you identified as a
Yeah, this guy tried to
have sex with you.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Why?
yeah.
What is a femcel?
Well, I mean, I guess there's different definitions. Do you know?
You know what a
incel?
Wait, there's a very easy way to describe this phenomenon. You ever heard of a unicorn?
Yeah,
Have you ever heard of a unicorn?
yeah. I don't really know what that means either, though. Honestly,
You don't
Most
know what a
women are
unicorn
voluntarily celibate.
is that just gay?
No, a unicorn. No, an actual unicorn. You know?
Oh yeah, I thought
Yeah,
this
yeah,
was like
you've heard of
another
those, right?
weird fuck.
You know the horse with the fucking dildo on his head. You know the unicorn. You know that one.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean an actual unicorn.
People
You've
are
heard of
using
those,
all
right?
these words. Yes, yes.
Well, and you know how they're like mythological and don't exist.
Yeah.
That's a femcel.
Yeah, the majority of women that identify as femcells are women that can't get access to a relationship, and they tie a relation to sex.
Well, let me just jump in really quick. So, okay, just to break it down here. Okay, so incel, it's a there's a specific term for when you
Cheers,
combine
brother.
words like this. What's the term?
An
Anybody?
amalgamation.
A compound word.
No, not neither.
I'm like, I don't know what any of these
There's a
are.
specific term for
I'm
it.
jet lagged.
Anybody?
Everyone's failing the pop quiz.
I don't know what you're
What is it?
I'm
Oh, by
still
the way, really quick
confused.
announcement, guys. There is a goal for super chats. If we get 50 $10 plus super chats, one of the girls has to read a full page of a Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets. So
I
whoever's
got you.
like, yeah. So yeah, and then next week I'll have green eggs and ham, and then cat in the hat too. So guys, hit the goal so we can have a girl read a full page of a Harry Potter book. Okay, so okay, let's see here. Okay, so incel is short for involuntarily celibate.
Got it.
Yeah. So basically, a guy, like, despite his desire to have sex, like, and despite reasonable efforts to get sex, he just, like, he can't do it. Either he's really he's either really physically unattractive, or maybe it's his personality or some circumstances. Like, he tries, like, cannot get for the life of him a woman to sleep with him. Probably some of these guys describe themselves as incels, but they don't actually, like, try. In any case, just they try to get sex, they can't. A femcel,
Can anyone actually explain to me why somebody would claim to be an incel? Why they would be like like they're like, I can't get pussy, and I'm gonna go ahead and call myself a person who can't get pussy. Like, what is that? I don't understand why the fuck anybody would identify that like that. It's just the World of Warcraft South Park thing where Cartman's like getting his bedpan changed by his fucking mom. Why would you be proud to? I don't know. That shit flies over my head just even thinking about it.
femcel, my understanding of it, although the femcels have different definition, is a female involuntary. Oh my god, I can't say this.
You got this, bro.
Involuntarily celibate.
Okay.
Which, and originally when you reached out, you did describe yourself not just as a femcel, but as a female involuntarily celibate.
Yes. So after
But, go ahead.
after I came out, like, about my, like, stuff, came out of the closet about being a
They do that
neurodivergent person.
okay.
Yeah, like, I've had, like, a lot of men say that they want to be my boyfriend, so I can no longer identify as a femcel.
Well, that is kind of precisely
Fair enough.
my understanding of the issue when it comes to women who claim to be or consider themselves to be.
May I say something?
Sure.
So the women that I talk to, like, they are, like, really, really crying over this. They feel like they can't get access to sex with men that they are attracted to. They can get access to sex with men that they're not attracted to, but they can't get access to sex with men that they are attracted to, and
That's the same thing that a majority of men have to deal with. You know, a lot of them are like, they want to go after the hottest thing they can find, but they end up with, like, mids and whatever. So are you just kind of illustrating how the male privilege doesn't necessarily hold as much water as maybe chair one would imply?
that's their, like, if they can't, excuse my language, if they can't fuck Chad, they don't want to fuck anyone at all. So these are women that, like, for, like, years have gone without sex, and they feel like it's not a choice because they cannot sleep with a man that they are attracted to. They
Well,
only
that's being a picky bitch. They just need to, like, put something in their mouth. I don't know what to fucking say.
That would be a volcel.
Yeah.
Be voluntarily celibate.
Yeah,
That would be the
they're
opposite.
voluntarily
Yeah.
celibate.
You're
You have
voluntarily
options.
celibate.
Yeah,
You just decide, well, I don't like any of those options. It's like saying that a
Private
person
chat.
doesn't like food because he doesn't like the type of food you give him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've told them that they
makes no
have
sense.
options in like Discord, and they will like tell me, "Shut the fuck up! You don't know what you're talking about. You don't. You're like your belly doesn't hang over your coochie." And it's like, well, like
What?
these are women that
What the fuck is that?
are, yeah, these are women that sometimes they are, either big beautiful women or they are not conventionally attractive, and I don't identify as conventionally attractive either, but I think the majority of them they internalize the rejection from men that they want, and they get the ick from getting um, like attention from men that they don't want. Like it makes them like angry.
Oh my god, that's so stupid.
Damien, I'm gonna have you pull something up. You're gonna open the Dropbox. I think it's in the drop. Yeah, it is. Okay, get the Dropbox going. Or sorry, not Dropbox. Discord. You're gonna go down to the media folder, and then it's the third one down from the top, and then you're gonna load that up, like full screen it. Okay. Do you have it? Third one down. It's the cartoon drawing. You have it. Yeah, and then just like open in browser and then show us that. So I mean, this is essentially what a femcel is.
Yeah,
Pretty
Is
much.
that fair?
That's
Is
exactly
that
what
fair
that is.
characterization of what a femcel is?
The majority of them don't look like that.
But like,
look like that is irrelevant. You can tell that it's objectively that it's a female. Look like what? That's exactly what this is, dude. You're fucking stupid.
the dynamics with
Yeah.
like, here's all these potential suitors that are like, hi, I'm here, I'll have sex with you,
Yeah.
and they're like, no.
Yeah, in Discord, some of the girls said that they don't date interracially, or they don't date guys that are, shorter than them, or like they don't date guys that are whatever. And so for them, they don't feel like it's a choice because they can't get with the men that they want
Okay,
to
so
get
you're,
with.
you're no longer a femcel.
I would because I turned down a guy because he's just I can't be a femcel. I'm sorry if I cut you off early, but I can't be a femcel anymore.
So it's kind of just being picky.
But I mean, even before
Or
I
like having
yeah.
standards.
you weren't
Having standards would probably be better.
Yeah.
So,
Or just a type. Like,
so
what do you
like
think?
basically
References.
the definition that you use essentially would apply to like almost all women, because I feel like all women like complain about like, oh, here's the guy who will like fuck me but won't give me a relationship.
Well, these women are what most people would consider below average in attractiveness. So they don't.
Yeah,
They don't
even
compare
like
themselves.
attractive women
Yeah.
can't always get like the relationship with the guy they want.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah. But in any case, like the whole femcel thing, I think it's I mean, using the definition like it's I don't know if it's modern daily or just like a totally shifting the goalpost kind of, but basically the term cell has to do with celibacy. So it strictly has to do with sex. So like this idea that you're a femcel and you can't get the relationship you want, well, you're using just the incorrect wording.
Yeah.
Cell has to do with celibacy. If like pretty much any woman, even if she's like well below her, like if her looks are really below average, she can still get sex incredibly easy.
It's called a category mistake or a category error fallacy.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it all comes down to this: is that most, we won't say all, but most women can walk down the street and simply pick a dick. They may not get every dick, but they can generally find a penis to put inside of them. It is true. You can argue with that, but you'd probably be wrong.
Try to tell them that, like on the
Mhm.
various sites, and they will curse me out, and they will tell me, well, it's easy for you to say, and I'm like, what are you talking about? But I understand what they're saying, because these women, they want men that they think are what they deserve. And I'm like, okay, well, because I used to be 230 pounds, and I lost a lot of weight from my health. And
fair enough.
I did see a difference in what people like me and what people liked me when I was bigger. And sometimes I say, well, you have to lose weight for you. Don't lose weight to try to find a man. And they're like, well, a guy has to love me how I am, which is true. But if you don't love you how you are, then like how can a guy love you how you are? And I try to, tell them like it starts with loving yourself, and they'll.
That doesn't really work though for you anyway, because you already stated that you don't even know how to love yourself, and maybe that has to do with weight. But you also, threw out a whole fucking laundry list of, things that are wrong with your brain. So I don't even think it has to do with weight.
They'll tell me to go myself.
Right. Okay. And you went on like Soft White Underbelly, correct?
Yeah.
And then you went on like some other YouTube channel, and they like
Yeah.
interviewed you,
My
and it got hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah, my cousin. So I don't even have an Instagram. My cousin, she's been trying to get me clout from a MRI and a psych eval, and I'm surprised that that could even get anybody clout. Honestly.
No, it can't. Because you're going to find a bunch of men, not going to be the highest value, but they're going to be like, I can fix her. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell are you talking
I
about?
I don't know.
I feel like you can get caught from anything nowadays.
Yeah, you
so
can get clout from anything nowadays.
But so okay,
Yeah.
just to wrap this up here. So
Sorry about
you
that.
used to identify as femcel, but then you went on these shows. And
Yeah.
like, after being on these shows and talking about your difficulties and struggles when it comes to dating,
I got a
like,
lot of emails from dudes.
you were inundated with contact from men,
Yeah.
and they were basically making themselves available for like a sexual encounter.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I think this would just immediately disprove that like a female involuntary celibate can exist, because I don't think like if a male incel like went on a show like this, that there would be like it's possible he might get some contact, but like it would be like how many emails did you get from men? Hundreds, thousands?
Thousands.
Thousands, yeah.
Yeah.
I could see like a guy incel maybe going on like one of these shows and maybe getting like one or two messages from a woman like willing to fuck him. Even then, I think it's very unlikely. So I just think that's kind of like interesting. And also, this can be tested really easily. Like all you would pretty much have to do is like if a femcel came on the show, I would essentially just be like, would you like to have sex after the show? And then like, okay, cool. Oh, you wouldn't? Okay, you're no longer a femcel then. So GG, checkmate.
Well, the fact that she had 1,000 messages of people trying to offer dick to her means that she's not a fucking femcel at all. She's just... or, I mean, she is. Sorry, I said that backwards. But yeah, totally. No, this part's confusing, man. It's just fucking weird. Like, she doesn't understand how the situation works. If you were offered dick by 1,000 people and you choose not to accept dick, what the fuck? This is all voluntary. You could accept it. Or maybe you just don't want it that bad. Maybe you're searching for the relationship, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But you need to figure your shit out before you start claiming that you are or are not something. You're not claiming any dick that's being thrown at you. We know that on its face.
Well played.
Boom, roasted. Not you. Just like it'd be very easy to test this out, So, anyways, all right. Well, thank you for sharing.
Well, Brian, what if she was heinous and then said yes, right?
Well, I don't have to go through with it.
Well, but then how could you actually know?
Okay, then I'll go through with it just because YOLO. Fucking YOLO, whatever.
How could you really know, right? Because then at that point you're just saying that you think she would, right? But that doesn't mean you could.
I could.
That doesn't mean you actually could. So then
That's
therefore,
fair.
perhaps she wouldn't actually
That's
still
fair.
be a femcel. I think you'd have to go through with it, bro.
Meet the Kaiser donated $200. All these women telling these sad stories, and not a single one of them seems to care about Brian's traumatic trip to Neverland.
It wasn't traumatic.
Damn.
The poor guy is hurting.
Nothing happened, man. It was very nice. I shook his hand. That was it. There was people around. Nothing happened.
I'm sure you're
You
his
don't
favorite.
remember.
Whoa.
What if they wiped your memory?
That was Macaulay Culkin, I think. Who, by the way, he's Macaulay Culkin, who was hanging out with MJ, said nothing happened.
You mean massive junkie, drug addict, checked into every psych ward on planet Earth, Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah, the Macaulay Culkin in that movie Party Monster or whatever the fuck it is. That movie was like probably dude, that was one of the most degenerate things I've ever seen come out of Hollywood. I was like, fuck, bro. You're not dodging any allegations. You're making more.
Who has clearly significant childhood trauma, Macaulay, like that Macaulay Culkin, you mean?
Probably. We'll get the rest of the relationship status.
Yeah.
Why did you break up with the most recent guy?
I broke up with him because he is a cheating B.
He
Fair.
cheated on you?
Yes.
Okay, question.
Good reason
Did
to
he
break up.
cheat up or down?
17 times. Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
Like with 17 different women?
Basically, but you have to also consider like what you consider cheating. You know what I mean? Like, but also going into someone's DMs and calling them beautiful, that's cheating for me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
cheating. So
Well, what's he...
Well, yeah, I wouldn't put up with that shit either, honestly. But if you were, he actually made physical contact with these women, and it was actually 17 of them. Why is the 17th one the straw that broke your back? That's wild to me. But yeah,
sleeping with other women.
no, he was going out and making out with girls
Oh.
when he's like he was basically at work.
Yeah.
Like on his lunch break, he would have people make out with him. On his he
Where did
literally.
he work?
He actually works at a weed company. He used to work for a weed company.
So he's just making out with the
Yeah,
the
like he
harvesters?
was literally, but he's also a photographer, so he'd be like, "Oh, let's do a photo shoot,"
Oh,
and then he would literally
that's-
cheat on me with the girls he shot,
1 second.
like literally, and I'm like,
Wait, you said he was just making out, or that's what he told you?
that's what. No, okay, I literally know that he's had girls. He's literally had a photo shoot with girls and he's asked them to give him head in their own car because he doesn't drive. So
What?
This is not good, right?
let's make that clear. So yeah.
Wow.
Sounds like a winner.
It also sounds like you stayed with him way too fucking long. Like, why did you even go down that road for that long? The fact that there could be 17 different occurrences of cheating, bro. I'm not saying you deserved it, but whatever.
And it's like, yeah, no, that's why I broke up with him. You know, I went back a few times, you know, like, because he was like, when I moved to California, he was like the very, very, very first person I knew. Yeah, like he was the very first, and like we met through Instagram before I moved here because he's a photographer,
Yeah.
right? And I wanted to shoot with him, type of thing. And yeah, so that's why I ended up dating him.
Did
Like,
he ask for a BJ from you on the shoot?
no, like it was so weird because we were supposed to do a photo shoot. He showed up without his camera. Weird, right?
That's typical LA shit.
Yeah. So then, like, but when I was my 5-year long relationship, I moved out here and I met him.
Wait,
So it's kind of right- it was
you
kind of-
scheduled a photo shoot.
Yes.
He reached out to you?
No, I reached out when I finished high school in Nebraska. So I moved to California from Nebraska, and I hit him up. I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to move to LA. I'm about to like build my portfolio, whatever. Like, yo, are you down to shoot when I get there?
Yeah.
Basically, that's how I hit him up for a photo
Okay.
shoot. Like,
Is
no,
he like a
and he
kinda-
doesn't have any pictures on his Instagram of his face, so I did not know who this man looked like. It's not more like it was. I was attracted to him right
Yeah.
away. It was nothing like that. It was like literally just
Is he
simply.
a pretty? You don't need to say his name, but pretty well-known photographer, or? I mean, but
No.
you knew of him. You were in Minnesota, you said.
Nebraska.
Nebraska. You knew about him.
No, because I only knew about him because we had a mutual friend. That our mutual friend shot with him before, and it's on her Instagram. So I
you
just
hit
reached
him
out to
up, like, hey, I want headshots, or
him. No, it was more like just like
just want-
Instagram pictures.
He wanted back shots. Let's be real.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
all right, and
yeah.
so you scheduled a shoot.
Yes.
Does he charge? Or was
But
this
no,
like
see that's the
exchange?
thing. That's how you know that he just wants to fuck, bro. Because he doesn't even he literally doesn't charge
Okay.
doesn't charge nobody. Like he doesn't make money from it at all.
Well, I mean, there's a charge, right? There's a charge.
Yeah, it's just the tip, you know?
But so he shows up and he doesn't have
Have his camera at all. Just
So
a
he
joint.
takes you on a
Like
date, I guess.
no, like we went to a view where I want to take pictures. You know what I mean? But that was it. Like there was no pictures taken. More just like
What did-
chilling. Like it was
what did-
like he just like pushed me into a date. Like it,
So you
it
guys,
became a
you
date.
guys just hung out. Basically.
Yes. And I'm over there like thinking like, where's the fuck is your camera? Like I'm in my fit. Like I'm in my
But you
fit.
continued to date him?
No, because that was when I first met him. And so that's when we kind of became friends because I didn't know anyone here. Like I was like 18 years old and
So the strategy
I
worked.
didn't know anyone. I was by myself in LA.
So wait, the strategy of showing up with no camera and a joint works?
Yep.
I guess, but I just like I had no intention of like dating him.
You dated him for what? 2 years? You said
3 years.
3 years.
But like when we like he would come on to me every time we would hang out, like, but I would always turn it down. But
he played you like a fucking fiddle, dude. Like, that's crazy. I don't even know how much of this can be blamed on him at this point. It sounds like he's a dirtbag, but it sounds like you're fucking naive as shit, just trying to chase clout.
then I was just like, but then my ex in Nebraska, I was like I did it. I made out with my ex of 3 years simply to make my ex in Nebraska jealous. So
Before you dated him.
yes,
fuck?
before I dated him, and so that's where the feelings started involving because we
Petty
became
ass.
more intimate. And I was no intent. Yeah, so we were friends for like 3 months before I even considered like. But it was like basically.
So the showing up with no camera and
It was weird. It was weird for me, but I
the
honestly
thing is that this strategy works. Is what you're saying.
it could, yeah. Like, but I had no intention. Like, it was like he was definitely not my type, but it worked.
Okay. Damn, that's
And it's annoying.
that's almost like. Is that like casting couch-ish? I don't know.
Little
bit.
I mean, not really.
Well, no, but like, it's like kind of like
Not
slimy.
entirely,
Like,
but no.
oh, I'm inviting you for a photo shoot, but then like I have these
Yeah.
ulterior motives of
It
like
is slimy.
it is kind of slimy, I think.
Yeah, they know
But
him.
it worked. But it worked, Brian. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's
How long,
I mean,
though? How long did you know him before you used him for a kiss?
So I have the question though: was it that old guy with the gray hair? You know, was his channel like what, Jeff models or some shit?
3 months.
See, did it really?
Yeah, see, I had no intention. I literally just, I kissed him to make my ex Nebraska jealous. But that's where it became more of a mindset where I was like, oh, maybe, because, okay, he's not my type. I would say,
right, but it got the
mindset,
foot in
no.
the door, right? Got the foot in the door. That was
Yeah,
that's the goal, right?
You got
Get the
his
foot
tip
in
in
the
the
no,
door.
it's not like
Got the
it's
foot in
not
the
like,
door. He was biding his time when you needed to use him.
but like, it was not like that whole intention. It was that day thing. My ex did something and I was like, fuck it.
He was convenient.
He was
Yeah.
close.
He was convenient.
Yes, it was just that day. It was just
Sure.
a day thing. Like,
Anyways.
that
If he got
happened
really
that
hot
day.
pics, that would have
Anyways.
been better.
She's
Yeah.
so insanely out of his league if you saw.
is he, what do you mean? He's,
Like, physically, she's so insanely out of his league.
Obviously.
I feel like that's typical with these guys who are losers. It's like the girl is always way out of their
Always.
league.
anyways, okay, so you said you maybe have a roster currently though?
A roster?
Yeah, how many guys are
Yeah,
on
she
the
does.
roster?
They all do.
See,
Except for Chair 1, I would bet they all actually have a roster. Maybe not Chair 4, just because she's fucking weird. They all have a fucking roster, though, for sure.
y'all are gonna hate me.
About that.
What happened was.
I'm seeing that ex right now.
Bro, you're fucking
dude.
stupid.
But
You're hella dumb.
But
Wait,
it's-
which ex? Which ex?
this one from LA.
The camera? The
Yeah.
camera guy?
But that's only
I-
it's purely
yeah,
only
yeah,
it's
totally
purely
didn't
only
work.
for sex.
Wait,
I've
hold on,
been
no, no,
trying
no,
to
wait,
tell
wait,
her.
wait. Hold on, just to be clear, let's do a little rewind here.
I'm myself now.
So, the guy who cheated on you 17
Yes.
times,
Yes.
the guy who cheated on you 17 times, you were dating him for 3 years, you broke up a year ago. Now you've just given him essentially what he wants, which is sexual access to you
Dick be
without
bomb.
commitment.
Mhm.
I know dicks don't fall off trees and shit, but they're, half the world has them. I'm trying to say he's just the only one for you. The guy that treats you like shit, huh? I'm not saying that she represents all females, but that mentality, a pretty crazy percentage, I will say.
Is the sex really good or something?
Yes.
Oh boy, dickmatized.
I'll keep it there.
Dickmatized. That's a great term for that.
Women make great choices.
No, but it's not like we're not dating or anything. I have my roster. I do.
Stop it. Get some help.
Right.
Bro.
I do have my roster,
How many other guys are you hooking up with?
None.
Just him.
Oh,
I make out with people. I make out with guys at clubs and stuff.
wait, so question, but you like go out on dates with other dudes?
Yes. Yeah.
Is there how many guys currently are you kind of talking to?
I would say like 5.
What?
Like 5. Okay.
Multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, like 5, definitely.
Okay, like 5.
But it's like it's like I spend time with them.
And do they? But
But I do not sleep with
you
them.
don't have sex with them.
No.
But you do let them take you on dates and pay for everything. And
Oh no, they
Any
don't pay
shopping?
for everything.
any shopping dudes? Like you have one dude over here.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
he takes me to shop. This
They're
is
like
a-
broke college students, bro.
Oh, okay. So-
Yeah.
Okay.
But they have something going for them.
So can I just make sure so that I'm clear on where we're at right now on the recap? Camera guy shows up without a camera in a joint. 3 months later,
Still on there.
he's 3 months later. You're hooking up with him. You stay with him for 3 years. Cheats on you multiple times with other women who he employs the same strategy on. And on top of that, he's still currently sleeping with you, even though you know all of this.
See, when
Is
you
that
put it
about
that way, it does sound pretty
really, when I
crazy.
say it like that.
But yep, that's accurate. Accurate.
Okay.
Accurate.
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 That's quite the story there.
But yeah,
Did you ever end
Yeah,
up
cool
getting
story,
a photo
bro.
shoot out of him at least? I guess.
a few actually.
Yeah.
And those photos
Does
came
he-
out bomb.
Does he shoot stuff for like any adult stuff?
No.
Okay. Huh. That.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I don't believe that shit. He probably does. He'll probably take pictures of anything and everything as long as it gets his dick wet. Let's be fucking real. Let's be a hundo. Let's keep it a buck.
That's quite. How tall is he?
5'5".
Oh.
I
Wait,
told you.
he's 5'5".
Yeah, I like
He's a fucking manlet? Whatever.
my short kings.
How tall are you?
5'4".
Damn, this guy's. Is he? Is he like got a fucking tree trunk or what's going on?
Let's just say he's Mexican.
What does that even mean?
That doesn't mean anything. What the fuck, dude?
If y'all know, you know. If you know, you know.
I don't
That
know.
is not the stereotype generally associated with that, just so you know. That's
Oh.
not the normal stereotype.
So you would know.
I said, do you know what a stereotype is?
Yeah,
Dumb
but
bitch.
like if you experienced it, you would know.
No. Yeah, obviously, she doesn't understand syntax and the fact that humans communicate with each other, and you might even be able to hear some stories. That's where stereotypes come from. It's people communicating with each other, pattern recognition, shit like that. You don't need to have a penis inside of you or to see it or touch it to know or to come to a consensus with your peers that something may exist or may not exist. Fucking jolt. Holy shit.
Experienced Mexicans, you would know.
Well, I mean, where does the stereotype come from?
I think I gotta send the asteroid
It's
for
a-
the whole like getting back with the guy, and then there's in fact, hold on, let me just grab this entire video. Holy shit, dude! That's wild. That's crazy. Hey, good for you though. I guess I get good for you. Good for you. Damn. What's that song from the '90s? It's like "Wasn't Me." What's that
Yeah,
song?
What
yeah,
me?
the Shaggy or whatever.
Like Shaggy.
yeah.
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 Was that like when you caught him cheating? Like, what did he deny it?
No, he always
Just like,
just
oh,
comes
yeah.
up and
Yeah,
he's like,
I
yeah, I
saw
did
the
it.
chick.
Yeah. We
And
love
you're
the
just
honesty.
like,
Okay.
okay.
Yes.
You guys were in a monogamous relationship? Like,
No.
were you seeing? Oh, were you?
Monogamous is just
Well,
one.
were you seeing? Hold on. For the 3-year relationship, were you seeing other guys?
No.
Oh, so it was closed on your end.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, wait. So hold on. Was he up front, like
What?
saying, "Hey, by the way,
No.
you can't see other dudes, but I'm going to see other girls"? It was.
Your intention was for it to be.
I was not seeing any other man.
No,
Yeah,
but like-
monogamous means only dating one
You're
person.
thinking of
Oh.
polyamorous.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, she doesn't even know what monogamous means, so therefore that automatically sheds light on the fact that she didn't understand what a fucking stereotype was. Damn.
Okay.
It was monogamous.
Yeah, like it was closed on my end, but but when I confronted him, he would be like, yeah, I did that.
So
It was.
damn, this guy. Can we get this guy on the fucking show? 5'5"
Okay.
Mexican
Don't give him the clout.
cheated on her 17 times, and he's still.
Admitted to it. Hang on. Admitted to it every single
Still.
time. And he's still, to this day.
This is the Riz of the century.
But yeah, but you're yeah, but you're acting. You're like making it sound like he's like I did that. Like I let him back.
Dude, you laid the framework for why anybody would ever think of him that way. If he's the fucking Rizzler of the century, or I guess I should say if he isn't the Rizzler of the century, then why the fuck? Like, am I the only one confused by her fucking words right now? But then again, she didn't understand what a stereotype was, so who fucking knows?
Into my life simply because I don't want to up my body count. That's literally the only reason why.
That
Like I literally sleep with the same 4 people.
wait,
That's
but hold
nasty.
on. Like, this I know it doesn't really add to your body count, but the fact that he's fucking other people, like,
Oh no, he's not now. Like
okay,
Yeah,
Like-
cat.
yeah,
where's he
I
at right
hope
now?
not.
Where's he at?
at my house.
Where's he at?
In my
He's
house.
probably fucking the chick at your house.
No, my mom still lives with me, so I know he's not.
This guy seems like
Yeah.
he's got
My mom's there.
he's got some fucking cojones.
My mom's
This guy-
watching him.
Hang on. This brings up another point. When you say you babysit,
Yeah.
does this guy live with you?
No.
He doesn't live with you.
No.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Does he have kids?
No.
Okay.
Not that he knows.
Stop.
Could be out there, you know.
Well, he's had 17 chances.
No, he's like,
It's crazy.
but he's more like the type of guy that's scared of having sexual intercourse. It's like, he'll definitely accept head from a girl.
How in the scared? How is he scared of sexual intercourse with a woman, but will accept head? It's still going to be the same bodily fluids for the most part exchanged. So I don't know what fear could possibly be induced by sex if he's getting BJs. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
Like, yeah, his body count is only like 5. Like, no, it's actually 8 now. But like,
You're
he's like
counting.
scared of like that. But he'll definitely get head from a female. That's for sure.
That's not part of the body count?
It
You
should
count
be.
that?
It's like
Yeah, I would count that.
Yeah.
I think if a chick...
Okay, then it's probably high.
Dude,
It's probably
if
high.
a chick blows a dude, that needs to be added.
For
Okay?
sure.
That needs to be added to the count.
what's the audio at, Damien?
Well, especially when you generally kiss a woman before you ever fuck her, that means like whatever's been in her mouth. Yeah, she's probably brushed her teeth a few times, ate some food, drank some things, whatever. It's probably been months, years, whatever. It doesn't matter. A penis was inside of your body, whether it was your mouth, your butthole, or your vagine. So, no, it fucking counts.
Can you see if the
That was a wild one.